Абсолютний чемпіон світу. Непереможний українець. 20 серпня. Олександр Усик проти А.Joshua. Бій за себе і за країну.
A.J. straight in the back.
Smoke time.
A.J. straight in the back of Cameron.
Let's go, A.J. That brings you. You about to learn today. Let's go. Stay down. Yeah. Ready, AJ?
Usyk said earlier this week might look a little bit different. That is an area that Oleksandr Usyk gets through there from Usyk.
The major difference I see also keeping that up and down movement.
Jab. Final 10 seconds of an interesting Joshua trying to make adjustments with that.
Very tactical opening round for the jab. I said that Usyk has a
hand is always working for Usyk, and now digs a left hook.
Punches,
body shot, set up that overhand.
One earlier, and that left hook to the body
of Joshua seems a little bit different in this fight. Joshua, final 10 seconds of a body.
Hand over the top. There.
But okay, he's trying to build a heavyweight brand. People immediately. Robert Garcia's tactics as a trainer are a little more now with Usyk, and look at Joshua. The head movement can be so concerned with what Usyk's doing and how of Joshua, but Joshua now looking for a big
around there from Joshua. Great variation to the right hand, something I just throwing. Here we see that mind, and you see him collecting
a little more bounce. Good left hand there from him.
But the real estate this fight is taking place in, it's almost identical.
Pit of the stomach and a right hook up top. Anthony Johnson
over the top of the left hand. Hard left hand down the middle from Usyk.
Usyk uses that right hand as a throwaway and around the corner. He's a master at utilizing that right hand to land. There's that beautiful outside, jabs over the top, gets away without taking a receipt.
Go a little bit. And look, this Josh, part of the issue of Oleksandr, and mentally it is seeing the constant motion, both with his hands and his feet.
It's also the fact by staying invisible, he stays outside jab.
Saudi Arabia, both men fan favorites. There.
Because of shots like that. Usyk has been doing a great job of slipping inside the jab and jabbing the hip bone there. Those hurt a lot, and they linger with you. They can make your whole leg a punch that was severely lacking in the first fight.
Behind that. And right now, he's only sort of
Very dangerous. He came out in the first round snapping the jab. He actually
Oleksandr Usyk, but it wasn't like he didn't have to battle through adversity. And it
absolutely, Corey. I mean, Joshua did a lot in that fight. He's a dangerous puncher. He's a very sharp tech guy, which we saw in the first bout as well. Oh.
Usyk comes right back with a combination of his own.
Here we see long 1-2s down the middle, and then this is exactly what I called for him to be successful in this fight, was to throw straight punches. Although those shots upstairs didn't land all that cleanly, he's still been able to answer.
They're trying to become the first man to win both the...
I don't see a ton of pressure being applied to Usyk. I also don't
fight. So there is something, perhaps, to what Garcia is seeing.
Oh, there's
just coming right from the shoulder. The snap of Oleksandr Usyk once again. As we come to the end of
the jab, comes with the left hand over the top, beautifully executed.
Jerry, are just their basic boxing, just a defensive mechanism in boxing. Consider just where that left hand in particular is coming
early, so it allows him to always the George Foreman and Michael Moore fight. George Foreman being the bigger guy, the power puncher, fighting.
In the latter half of the 8th round here, Joshua's put together a couple of good sequences with body shots.
have to stay committed to that body. He had 2 really good.
The problem on anything. Beautiful right uppercut to the body. Oh, and he tied up. Those are some brutal body shots.
For a big right hand.
So the combination punching is proving difficult once again for Anthony. Ooh,
uppercut.
He should really focus on, especially on both sides. And here we see it from the other side, the right hook. One of the best combinations by Joshua in either
fight coming up on September 17th. It is the trilogy. Joshua perhaps finding...
Just so clever. Comes back with body shots. Like I was alluding to.
The effect of these body shots now.
They have.
Joshua again to the body.
Joshua throwing those left hooks high and low, now making it rough.
As Joshua now in pursuit of Oleksandr Usyk.
Top.
New confidence in his offense.
Good body shot on the inside.
Asserting physical
work on the inside. And it all started on the strength of the body work. And as many punches as either.
That was the first time we've seen Joshua. And here comes Oleksandr Usyk right back.
Trying to erase of an excellent round for Anthony Joshua. Some big left hand connect round from Anthony Joshua. Now Usyk who's firing away.
Round against him. He comes out and he makes you pay.
But Joshua beats him with a right hand.
That shot rocked him.
That Joshua beats him with a right hand. Flowing offensively, and Joshua is back in the round, but
Usyk is not your typical or atypical.
And then the fact that Joshua was hurt at the end.
Another
that he was
right
taking all that
hook
damage
from Usyk, from the Ukrainian champion.
Round. Joshua had a great round. Great punches from both men. Probably the most sustained action that we've seen thus far.
In the 9th, but comeback favored. You hurt me in the 9th, I'm gonna hurt.
It doesn't see it. Standing very tall. He's not as low as he was. Good body shot
Good body
there.
shot, momentum. You definitely don't want.
Joshua been very good at that this Joshua up. Anthony's got to find a way to create a little bit of separation in situations like that.
He was able to rattle off combinations and do a lot of damage.
About 10 seconds ago, Usyk
up there.
There's the up jab from Usyk again.
Those punches just missing.
Like he was starting to weather from the body shots in round 9. A deep breath from Usyk as well. Champion once.
And Usyk just running those hands. Doing a good job of not loading up. He looks like he's coming out to win the round.
Hard body shots like that one. The right hand.
Of Usyk. Yeah, you're really seeing that fatigue and that.
A right hand as well. Good reply from Usyk as he goes. Joshua looking fatigued, but to his credit, trying to crowd.
Anthony Joshua can hurt you with any punch.
From Joshua, but Usyk just will not stop throwing.
Exactly raise his hands in celebration either, so round it just wasn't there. for Anthony. Oleksandr Usyk buckled like he does right there.
Glenn Feldman scores at 115. And still the unified heavyweight champion. Stage. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the challenger tomorrow night. He's an Olympic gold medal champion. His professional record now stands at an outstanding 26 fights, 24 victories, 22 of those 24 victories by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's the 2-time heavyweight world champion, the fighting pride of London, England, the man known as A.J. Joshua.
So in he comes, Anthony Joshua. He is the challenger. It's going to be a different atmosphere in the arena tomorrow night to Tottenham. Who do you think that's going to favour, Carl?
Who's it going to favour? I don't think it's going to favour Anthony Joshua because I think the crowd helps, but it's down to the personality of the individual. But even AJ draws in off the crowd. You know that he raises to the occasion.
19 fights, 19 victories, 13 wins by knockout. The former undisputed cruiserweight world champion and currently the reigning and defending undefeated unified heavyweight champion of the world, fighting for and representing the sovereign nation of Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
So in walks Oleksandr Usyk, Dave. I mean, all week he's been the entertainer. We've seen the fun side to Usyk. Doesn't give much away, does he? He's hard to read. How did you find it with Tony?
He is hard to read because he puts on the Joker character. But listen, he's strictly business and he knows the job what is going in there. When he goes in there,
First on to the scales will be the former 2-time world champion, now the challenger. He steps onto the scales with that record of 24 victories, 22 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. From London, England, here is A.J. Anthony Joshua. $110.9 kilos for the challenger, former 2-time world champion A.J. Anthony Joshua. Next on to the scales, his perfect record of 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 KOs, the reigning and defending unified heavyweight world champion, Oleksandr Usyk. $100.5 kilos for the reigning and defending champion, Oleksandr Usyk. Here they are, face-to-face, challenger and champion. The rematch the world has been waiting for.
AJ, 17 stone, 6 pounds 8 ounces for Anthony Joshua. So just a couple of pounds under than what he weighed in the first fight, Dave.
Yeah, and he looks in great condition. It does look lean, but he looks ready. He looks in great condition.
Championship of the world.
An interesting face-off here, Carl. I mean, Usyk at the press conference after the face-off, he burst into song, but this is business for him now.
Absolutely, but I don't think he'll be focused here and he's relaxed, but he won't be reading. He won't be looking too much into this. I mean, he's done this so many times. And this is just formality for both guys, really, but especially Usyk. He's such a confident He'll just be relaxed now. Anthony Joshua will be having a look. He's got a steely look about him. They both mean business. AJ, for me, this is a must-win fight. And Usyk is coming here to defend his titles. This is a fascinating rematch and one of the most exciting rematches I've seen for many years.
So you look at Usyk there, all the fun and games is gone, the smile's gone, it means business.
Coming in at 15 stone, 11 pounds 10 ounces, I mean, that's not much more, is it?
I think it came around.
Which proves, Dave, you can't read too much into what we were talking about, how he bulked up.
You see, for me, that's great for Usyk. Because I was a little bit worried. I thought if he comes in heavier, like I said before, that's going to take away from his speed, his agility. But he's coming rough, basically about the same sort of weight. So he's going to have that speed, that mobility, and obviously he's still a year into the division. He's going to be physically stronger as his body's matured and thickened into the division anyway, regardless of what the scales say.
As a challenger for Anthony Joshua, we need to see a different version of him on Saturday night. Are we seeing that, do you think, now, Carl? He can't show too much respect to Usyk.
Well, he's not as light as we thought he would be. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on what his tactics are. I mean, he's big and strong, so he needs to use that weight, and he needs to go to work early. He's got to stop Usyk from getting into a rhythm as soon as he can.